this bar of chocolate. It's 105 yen. It's cheap, yeah. I bought it in the past, different shops, 121 yen. So I was in local supermarket, one tomato, 200 yen. Fucking 200 yen. Prices are going crazy. I did some tidying today, and I could actually drive my motorcycle into the warehouse. All right, Chibi. I just thought of that joke, that joke earlier. I thought of that joke before, like a few weeks ago. And that, so when they were making that naan bread, as I was telling that joke, that was perfect timing. I thought it was funny. I don't know. I thought it might have got but then again, it's still early the video. Yeah, she's a fucking slag. Like when my brother split up with her, she used to come round to my house at 1 o'clock in the morning. And then she would she's such a cunt. And so she was trying to get into me and then trying to get into who would be my brother's best man at his wedding. But apart from that, someone that I knew told me she was well known on the Shire Green. Yeah, because all the things I've been fucking banned so many times. But now I just post a comment. He says you're banned for fucking 30 days or 25 days or 15 days or 17 hours. But I can still post. I don't know where I left the post. That they didn't give me that information. But it just came up. Looks like we made a mistake. In fact, it could be. I wonder if someone actually read it, because if you offend a lot, I think it's not a robot that looks at your comment; it's a person, and maybe they thought that was funny. Hello, Duke. Where are you watching from? Israel. Oh dear. Yeah, everybody's going over the top. In Chile and Argentina, what they used to do is anyone like a left winger or anyone that was telling the truth or anyone that was against the government, they used to snatch them up, and they used to snatch them up and then take them up into an airplane or an helicopter and then just throw them out of the helicopter. And sometimes these people would have children, so the murderers would they didn't want to kill the children as well, so they raised them as their own children. They killed their parents and then raised them as their own children. And I think this could be a lesson for maybe this is what Hamas should do, is these children that they've stolen is raise them in Palestine. And so it would make the Israelis think, or the bad Israelis, this is how your child is going to be raised, how we live. Yeah, they said that the bomb went off. You know, like a dodgy bomb or whatever happened. And but then they said 500 people killed, and luckily it wasn't as many as that, thank God. But it's still a lot of people killed. Yeah, the hospital. The IDF say that it looked like a bomb malfunction. Well, they fucking malfunction all the time, don't they? So who's going to give out loans? But they say fucking Biden says we're going to give fucking 100 billion. They're already. Why don't they just say? Why not make fucking Israel act like human beings? No, because there are a lot. Don't forget, there are a lot of Israelis that they want. They realize what's happening and they want fucking peace, but they can't argue or win against a Zionist, whatever a Zionist is. I know what a pianist is. Now they're saying that they knew it was. They're accusing Netanyahu of. They knew the attack was going to happen and they let it go ahead. Zionist pianist. But it wouldn't be the first leader of a people to allow that to happen, would it? Well, that's the last thing that I didn't read. I just saw the headline. So, but you know, like fucking governments, they don't give a fuck about their people. I think the Japanese government is the only government that I know of that actually thinks about its people. Well, what you just said there, and the fucking Biden says 100 billion. Or 1 billion? No, sorry, 1 billion. I don't, but anyway, it's a lot of fucking money. Yeah, come on over. Yeah, they're wanting a lot of people, actually. I know one Jewish guy here. He's got like 7 kids. And one of his kids actually went to Israel to join the army a few years ago. Yeah, but the Japanese problem is not as much as, but it's worse in Germany and Italy, I think. But now we've got the Turkish coming. The Turkish will save Japan. I did my bit. I did 2 kids. I don't know why. I only know this, that he was like a really big fat bastard, but he had his stomach stitched, and so he lost a real lot of weight. And now he sells meat wraps. He was selling jewelry before. No, but I think if you wanted to be a transgender in Israel, I think they still put you in a uniform. Everybody. Everybody's got to join, I think. Netanyahu's brother, he was actually killed in the raid on Entebbe. That's yeah, true. You know, but well, like they know everybody's personality, don't they? So they put them in. You know, there's lot in the armed forces. You know, there's lots of jobs, so it's not all fighting, is it? Well, it's just the same in any army. So why? I thought everybody got called up. Yeah, well, that's what happened when I was in the Reserve Marines in England. We shared our building with the RCT, and so what? These were all lorry drivers that would be called up if there was a war. Have you already served? Have you, Duke? Well, they still haven't gone in yet, have they? Now they're talking about building a 40-mile fucking wall. I was in Tokyo in a not for long in a shared hostel, and there was this fucking girl from the IDF nicking everybody's fucking food. Like as though there's nothing wrong with it. And I think, and then another guy came. He's also with the IDF or ex-IDF, and like he sorted her out. He told her it's not the thing to do, BB. But the thing is, other Arab countries don't want. Someone told me, the guy that used to work for me was a Filipino, and he told me that, or a Filipino, whatever, Pinoy, and he said the Palestinians are not very nice people. Well, there used to be a national service in England as well after the war. My dad was in the he was in the National Reserve or National, whatever, I forget what they used to call it now. When I was a lad, old women used to say, "What we need is another war." They just didn't like the kids. I'm going to move the truck round to a toilet because I need a tom tit. Do you know what a tom tit is, Duke? Rhyming slang. A book of... No, I haven't, no. All right, cheers, Tony. So I'm clearing the warehouse out, and I just found, I'd forgot about these books. I've got about 3 or 4 boxes of novels. Take them to my friend. My friend was in prison for drunk driving twice, and so he got to read all the Harry Potter novels. And he was in solitary. He had his own cell as well. So because of his age, he was like 69. So they treated him well. Hang on a minute. Ah. It says just Deutsche. Oh. So this is you know the sign, you know the thing from Swoosh and Nike is just do it. But if you add E on it, it means just says just Deutsche, and that means get out of the way. And so every time I've explained it to a Japanese, they always laughed. Do you think? I don't know. They said, are they? Is the IDF actually going into that land or what? Or are they just waiting on the edges? Yeah, there's something going on, isn't there? There's something fucking strange happening. I don't know. What is fucking happening there? No, because like 3 days ago they said they were gonna go in there and flatten everything. Unless, of course, Biden has told them not to. Maybe they're just biding their time. Yeah, I don't know why would China and Russia? They mentioned China and Russia. Can anybody explain what was happening with China and Russia? Yeah, they really went over the top. But then again, so do the fucking IDF. You know, they're just shooting fucking at will, shooting anybody, shooting foreign correspondents. So they do. But it was obviously fucking horrifying, yeah. Really. I had another curry at lunchtime. I had chicken curry today and naan bread. Yeah, you would have thought with the IDF, they must have seen this coming, or on the grapevine, must have fucking heard it, surely. I just can't wait until England start fighting Scotland. apart from that, there's a lot of Scottish people in the British Army, in the English Army. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. You know, like if they're training with those mini helicopters, I think when it all boils down to it, there's nothing that the world's fucking forces don't know. China, Russia, India, Pakistan, America, England, they all know what's fucking happening, don't they? They've all got the fucking ears all over the place. Oh yeah. It's not happening on my watch. No, but at the end of the day, the Israelis are treating the people in the Palestine as a one massive fucking social experiment where they just it's a slow torture to death. Well, there'll never be a peaceful world. I think someone said that since the end of the Second World War until now, there were 2 days. There were 2 days where there was no conflict going on anywhere. I mean, just look in the Congo. That's been going on years, but it just never gets reported. So I've got some. When I got injured from the motorcycle accident, so I just told the doctor I wanted some sleeping tablets and some pain tablets, and I don't know which are which. But I think I got the right one because I was waking up in the middle of the night for a piss, and I was fucking wobbling all over the place. I couldn't stand up straight. And does anyone else take sleeping tablets? Yeah, of course, yeah. You know, but if you want to go and see someone just around the corner, and then you've got to take a fucking 3-hour journey. Is Xanax isn't that Xanax a bit dodgy, that one? Hey, Rich, Christine, how you going? I must admit, I've never had much anxiety in my life. Except when they gave me my favorite place. They gave me a fried egg, which was too hard, and I couldn't break the yolk with the toast. So she saw how excited I was, and she went and made me another egg. Well, it's drink, isn't it? There's got to be drink. You know, it doesn't take much to upset. Well, it does take a bit to upset me, but I always feel that the way to sort it out is have a drink. You know, but like I said, like my mother killed herself when I was 13 and young, so I guess that was probably the worst time of my life. But I've never been in, you know, like in any war zone or fighting or fires or flooding or not really earthquake problems. So I guess I've been lucky in that sense. And you know, there's lots of places in Japan where you got fucking lands to get like a lot of rain and get landslides. No, the fucking hill, the hillside just gives way, and some people just, well, we got cheap land and then they build a house on it, and the fucking when you've got fucking thousands of tons of earth moving, there's not much stopping it. All right, Murray. Got a few interesting people on here today. Has anyone seen that? Has anyone seen that? There's something on YouTube and things. Kaka, hello Kaka, and it was, if you subscribe to this site, and I think it's one of these sites that they look at a situation and they put everything into a concise explanation of what's going on, and this says become the most interesting person in the room. Yeah, just shit on the carpet. Kathleen Murphy, Kaka. That's a strange nickname, isn't it? Yeah, of course. Yeah, especially in Western ones. Yeah, but my favorite news readers are the North Korean ones. They're brilliant. But the thing is, with today's internet, you can get everyone's take on things, can't you? So you're not just open to your country's way of things. You know, like, you know, for example, from an American point of view, if you're a socialist, it's the most disgusting fucking thing there could ever be. Islam is the greatest way of life. I wouldn't really say that, because if you wanted to stop being a Muslim, they will go and kill you. I wouldn't call that a fucking best way of life. If you want to stop being a Mormon, your mum and dad kick you out of the house. Yeah, I think they haven't done it for a while, but what they used to do, they used to go through television networks and they'd show about 15 channels, and every line was the same. You know, the headline. It was word for word. Every fucking channel under the right wing network was just the same fucking words. But no, but you can't say Islam is the religion of peace. But you've got two. You've got sunny side up, and then you've got over easy. So if you fucking, you've got these two. They're fighting amongst themselves. So they're never going to get anywhere if they can't even unite. So I asked my daughter about fucking 6 hours ago if she was her day off today, because I was going to say let's meet on your birthday, and she replied, now 6 hours later, yes, it's my day off. Cheers, Tony. Tony, you from Texas? My cunt. Not my cunt, I mean your cunt. Yeah, cause I was chatting to, I don't think it was you, Tony. I was chatting to someone from Texas, and I asked about Paris and how it got its name. I read this book. It was about the English language, and it was from an American guy that spent most of his life in England. And if you look at the names, America has got some famous names, or Maggie's Nipples, for example, Tightwad. They've got so many strange names in America because you get a bunch of people that escaped, and they just fucking named all their like Heaven O. I don't think I should have gone. I knew that would happen. I went for a curry, then I had a couple of beers. Is that another town, is it? This message is held for review. Did someone say shit again? How long? Fucking hell, that's an interesting one, isn't it? I used to live in a small mining town. I used to work down the pit, and I remember one pub was called Tommy Treadle. Yeah, there's quite a mixed group of people. Have we got any Catholics? We've got Islam. We've got Jewish. We've got, what am I? I'm Christian. Any Catholics? There must be some jokes with how long. Where are you going to? How long? When will we be back? I think I get a lot of sleep. I've got to take. I don't want to take them Xanax, Duke. I have no idea, Duke. No idea, mate. Well, I think generally, I don't know when how old you are, Tony, but did most Catholic students still get beaten by their teachers? If their teachers are like priests and nuns? Because generally speaking, the Catholics are far more educated than the Protestants, aren't they? Yeah, I knew this guy in. He was a bit of a rough horse. He's a rugby player, and because he wouldn't kowtow or bow down to the priests and nuns, they used to beat the fuck out of him. But he would never give in. From the teachers, Tony. Yeah, I saw that in Islam as well. In some part in what do you call it, Sudan, and they have these special schools, and some of the kids rebel and they fucking beat the fuck out of them, and they chain them to the beds. You know, they're fucking saying you've got to memorize the fucking Quran. I mean, if you like Animal Farm is about 90 pages. And I couldn't fucking memorize that. I wouldn't want to. Whakapapa. Yeah, I know that. I know that place because I lived in New Zealand. Whakapapa. Oh, really? Why would they want to? Why would they want to beat the teacher? Are the teachers coming out with bullshit or something? We used to have religious education, but they didn't like me questioning what they were coming out for. Yeah, he was a good boxer, Napoleon. Yeah, two of my favorite books. He was my favorite author for a while until I heard what he said about Sheffield. Yeah, I would love to read some of these classics, you know, Brave New World. I've heard of it, but I would love to read that book. But some places in America, they're banning books, aren't they? Certain books. Is it like left socialist books? Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu. I've been there. "1984" was written in 1947. Is that in England, is it? Well, I don't blame them, though, because penguins can't read, can they? Oh, really? Oh, okay. That's an interesting point. Yeah, I did. I still say he is. Because I saw him, he was chatting to all the extras for quite a while. He was a nice guy, yeah. Yeah, on set, yeah. She was all right as well, the woman in the film. She was friendly. She got to 98, yeah. Fucking hell, she wasn't very good with the makeup, was she? His dad was a screenwriter, did you know that? And an artist, I think. In fact, now you got me thinking about it. Now I'm feeling a bit ill. Yeah, my old mate, I think he lived until he was 92. But like Ricky Gervais says, you know, but if you live until you're 100, but it's usually the last 10 years that are the worst. Yeah, do I ever worry about? Yeah, especially if I've gone on at 1 o'clock in the morning and they're fucking still awake. I don't know. I went to. Hey, Rachel, thanks, love. I went to. I remember the best experience I had was in California, and it was just like fucking perfect weather. Really fucking perfect. Mike, sure you can do better than those. Oh, you're Australian. You're Australians. Mike, put $50 in. You as well, TB. Tony put some money in earlier. Tony's a regular contributor. I would love some bangers and mash. I wonder if I can get pie. You can get pies here, but they're so fucking small. That'd go down well, wouldn't it, Fray Bentos? I saw an advert for Fray Bentos the other week, and there was about 5 different flavors of Fray Bentos. And I think I've told you before that Fray Bentos is a port in Brazil. Or is it Argentina? I think it's Brazil, I think. I think maybe because beef is more expensive. I think beef used to be quite expensive at one time. Beef is cheap in Australia. Wow. Yeah, I was telling someone in the local supermarket yesterday, a fucking one tomato was like 200 yen. No, I don't think there's a lot. I've only met 2. There's one I know of one in Nagoya. And he's got a restaurant. Yeah, that was just one example of prices going up, but that's fine. A lot of things are like going up 30%, 25, 30%, but that's like gone up like 100%. No, not too spicy. No. No, just I asked him to make it a little hotter than usual yesterday, and I had a bit of a niggling in my throat. So yeah, I once had one of these really hot ones one day, and then then I went to the toilet the next day, and it fucking started again. Don't run on that path, obviously. I saw my daughter last week. I took her to a very nice restaurant. Yeah, we all right. But it would have been, like I say, it would be nice to see her on the birthday. We have been busy anyway, but I'd have changed plans. In December, okay. Oh, busy coming by himself, is he? What? I don't. Duke, what you said no to what, love? Is TB Mike Hunt and no, they're all separate people. I don't know. One's from Manchester, the other's from Australia, and the other's from Israel, I believe. I've only had one crackpot like that, and he was from Finland. No, I think Victor's in America. Maybe visiting his dad. Maybe his dad's on his last legs. So I haven't heard anything from Victor anywhere recently. Well, they play rugby in California, do they? Hmm. Tomoka and I say now and again pop up on Facebook, I think. She's all right, I think. Yeah, I think England play South Africa, and of course, South Africa beat England last time, didn't they, in the World Cup? So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, Tokyo Sam will meet up, but I need to go to Tokyo. Yeah, was on here a while ago, and you spent quite a bit of time, actually. To Tokyo, if you go on the Shinkansen, about 1 hour. If you go on a train that you want to cheat on, 7 hours. Hello, Ashley Jervis. How are you? I don't know what I'm used to going on, but I was 3 years in Tokyo. But I enjoyed Tokyo. Well, my friend's daughter's got an apartment in Tokyo. Well, it's not an apartment, it's like living somewhere to live. And that's 90,000. And my daughter's just got a place here and it's 40,000. Right now it's raining. I don't know, Mike. Maybe everyone's, young people go to Ginza as well, I think. Yeah, don't worry about spelling, mate. No, they're both, that is how you spell those two places. I used to teach in Shinjuku and Ginza. Well, big jackpot tonight, and I bought extra tickets. Ride the Yellow Kitty Shinkansen. I wonder if it's any extra. Juokuen. I think it's about 6 million quid now. Be about 7 million. $6.5 million. 5 million quid. Nearly 6 million quid. Which is nothing when you compare it to the crazy money in Britain. I could buy the town. No, there's no taxes here. Like England, there's no taxes on the lottery. It's not like America. Well, you don't have to pay taxes in America if you take it over 20 years. Did you know that in the one thing, like lotto winners on the lottery, when they say they win, they said they're going to give a lot of money away, but in reality they don't. They don't give money away. Yeah, I think it would be actually. Yeah, you know, taking it over 20 years. You've always got something there. But I think with that, if you take it over 20 years, there are companies that will like buy it off you. There was someone on, I forget which show it was, and it was this guy talking about he'd won on the lottery, but he hadn't told anyone. He'd won 22 after taxes. He'd won 22 American dollars, but he didn't tell anyone. He didn't tell his parents. He didn't tell his family or any work people. He didn't tell anyone. And because he says, I don't want my sons. He says, I don't want my sons growing up to be waiters. He says, waiting for us to die. No, I don't think he's as high. He's not as high as that, mate. 22 million. I think they say it's about maybe 10 or 20%. Like, fuck it all away. I've never been to Fukuoka, but it's slightly interested in it. Yeah, I remember that the syndicates. There was a famous syndicate, wasn't there? They were buying all the tickets up. Yeah, I saw that in America there seems to be quite a share of people suing each other when they don't share the money. I read there was a book, and it was written about 10 or 12 British people that won the lottery and how it affected their lives. It was quite interesting. Oh, is that where you're going to go? I think it's a nice place, Fukuoka. Yeah, I used to work in Saxa. I used to work in a Mexican restaurant. Then I used to work in this karaoke bar, and the sumo wrestlers used to go there. The name of the karaoke place was like in Egyptian. It's where they found the young prince. That area. I just did 2 jokes. Check my channel out. I did a joke today. So I'll tell you the joke I did today. So I went for a curry today, and I said to the waiter, I said I didn't ask for another naan bread. He says no, it's not naan bread. He says it's the owner. He's slapping his wife. The Wi-Fi cuts out. My favorite tune is the yeah, I used to collect the pools as well. My favorite tune is Barry Manilow. Yeah, that could be a good idea, but she lives on the 2nd floor, the cunt. And the daughter that used to think he was the king. I don't know. What are you talking about? Well, you mean the Japanese guy, #1 YouTuber in Iwakura? Well, that guy, Hermé, died. He was like 71, 72. Yep, I used to work on the edge of Kabukicho. I used to work in the Hofbrauhaus. That was my first job in Japan. Yeah, if there's any single, never go to any of the bars in the a hospice. All right, TB, take care. It's like the weather's like Manchester at the moment. Why Japan? I thought that I needed a special skill to get a good job again. And the best job I ever had was is not speaking Japanese, but being white. No. I saw a long time ago when she at supermarket when she stood next to me but didn't say anything, and we don't get along at all. So put you off visiting? No, why would I do that? Why? No, I used to visit. I used to do weddings in Toyota. Or same weather. Yeah. I'm not doing well now. It was a long time ago. $10,000. $10,000 a month for weekend work. I saw something on Facebook the other day. It was the Japanese countryside somewhere. It looked really nice. Maybe Hokkaido. I've got a friend from Yorkshire, and he's got a girlfriend a lot younger than him. And her mum lives in Hokkaido, and I think they went there for a while recently in summertime. But the one thing that scares me about Hokkaido is bears. Yep, there are bears up there. I saw the video once, and there was this old farmer, and there was a fucking bear running towards him. I saw there was a clip on the net today, and it was this bear that was approaching this young kid on a bike. I'd have fucking shit myself. Decent sized bear. And then he looked at him, and then this guy got out of his car and he started shouting at the bear, and the bear went away. No, I've never been on a ferry in Japan, but I've been on like a boat in Japan, but I've been on different ferries. I went on a ferry from Vancouver to Vancouver Island, and the ferry's really nice. And if you go on a ferry anywhere in England, the fucking British ferries must be the worst in the world. They're so fucking old. I remember it was really cheap as well, $6. Canadian dollars. I've had too many problems with me. They are asking now for taxi drivers in Tokyo 400,000 yen a month. Well, I've never been to the town, but I've heard it's good. There's a guy. There's a guy. I upset him. I think it's called something 101. He's a Canadian, but he married a really fucking old woman, and I think I said something and he didn't like it. Because a lot of times when a lot of Japanese women look younger than they actually are, and so they snag like a virgin type Westerner. And because he thinks this Japanese woman is fucking hot, cute, sexy, so they get married. And then many years later, when he's about 50 and she looks about fucking 75. So he didn't like that. No, my real thoughts on Hiroshima is when, like, a lot of Westerners go to Hiroshima, and then they got all these Japanese school kids telling them about fucking how horrible it was, but they don't have the balls to tell the Japanese kids how fucking horrible the Japanese army was. Oh, I didn't see that comment from Ashley Davis. No, I'm not. You can get them in Nagoya as well, but and I would not have been on one of those in Malaysia. They're fucking horrible. I don't like them. Yeah, I applied. I'm too old. They won't have me. But apparently they're saying that the condition. I knew someone, and I didn't see him for a long time, and then he said he was a truck driver, and he got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Sorry, what are you talking about, Mike? You stopped a US teacher. Oh, she pinned a badge on you. Hello, I'm Sniper World. Yeah, I've read one of the people from Unit 731 went on to work for the Green Cross, and they fucking just gave all tainted blood to Japanese hemophiliacs. But then I found out later they did the same in England as well. What? She was telling the US school, really? View message. Got it. So you should So was the teacher, was she Japanese or was she American? Yeah, but also when that Unit 731, which was in China, the Americans, they fucking gave protection to people that were working so they could get all the information. Was she Asian American or something? Yeah, I can't. I really can't figure out. She's got to be one of the most ignorant people in the world. If she'd never heard about if she'd never heard about Japanese atrocities in the war. And they carried out atrocities all over the fucking place, especially in the Philippines, in China. What, a Japanese guy or American guy saying, the Japanese, they didn't do anything wrong. Hello, Putra. Yeah, it was just some stories are coming up on about different acts of heroism, but usually by American soldiers in the Pacific area. And fuck, man, the American troops, they had their fucking work cut out. Well, if you like, in fact, there are some jobs that are available that you don't need to speak. You could teach English or French. Gaz, it's a short name. It's a short name for Gary. So people in England, in Australia and New Zealand, anyone called Gary is called Gaz, the nickname. But in London, they're called Gel or Gal. So like Barry would be Baz. And Larry is LOL. No, Gary doesn't, because Gary sounds totally different. Americans, Gary is. Gary. My name is Gary. My wife never told me of this. Then again, I was in Japan 3 years and no one ever said it either. So There was this American teacher, and he was giving all his he was giving all his students like foreign names, and he said to this one little boy, he goes, "Oh, you're Bob, you're Bobby, you're Gary," and this little fucking, he was like going crazy. Yeah, I think it was shortened, didn't it? Like in Japan, they shorten all the names. Yeah, Manga Cafe. Yeah, maybe you could get lots of tips there. Are you going to start brushing up? I think maybe you'll find learning Japanese. Yeah, if you're bilingual, then learning Japanese maybe a lot will be easier for you. No, if I can't do a capsule hotel now because I just pee too much in the night. Or when I used to use them, I was just so drunk I could sleep all the way through. There's a, I think there's a chain, and it's happened before, what they call booking.com, and they offer like cheaper rates. But it's the same problem. What they're saying is that this booking.com, they're very slow in paying the hotels. Sorry if I've missed anyone's messages because they're. Yeah, I've been to Osaka just a few times. I've never heard that. No, I've never heard that one before. Yeah, anyone going to Tokyo, don't go into a pub. Don't never go into a club with a guy that's going to take you inside. No, but usually you can find those girls online. Rural Japan is best for what, Rachel? Hmm. Well, yeah, it'd be a lot friendlier, it'd be a lot relaxed, you know. But they go to bed a lot earlier. They go to bed about 9 o'clock. About 2 years ago, I was offered a job looking after a motel, but the pay was just so low, it just wasn't enough. Didn't even cover my rent, so. Mark, you've been fucking taking drugs or something. Yeah, I just wonder how safe it is in Fukushima. No, probably not, because there's lots of other places to go to. Mm-hmm. Well, you seem to be well informed about these places, Rachel. Well, what is this? I found this the other day in the trash. Look at that, brand new. Whoa, not brand new, but really good condition. See that? The clock's still working. 1825. I could this rice cooker must be really old, but it just looks new. This is because about 10 years ago, what they did, or even more, they brought in a PET law. And what they did, this PET law, they had to put the date of manufacture onto the code. Get boning up on when you're in America. Get boning up on Japanese, then, Rich. I don't know what a JDM card is. Are you talking to me? You talking to me? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Japanese cars. Toyota probably sold more cars than anyone this year. Yeah, the new Nissan Skyline, the new one looks okay, yeah. the new what do you call it? The electric car from Toyota. That looks all right as well. Yeah, I keep meaning to go to the Toyota Museum in Nagoya. But like, say if you work for any whichever car company you work for, car manufacturer, all the car you have to buy a car from that car maker. So if it's Mitsubishi, if you go into the car park, all the cars are Mitsubishi. Well, I don't know if we're going to get it today. I looked. I think it was Nissan, and I looked up on how Nissan started, and there's a documentary how it was all started. It's very interesting. Well, it looks like you know more about cars than me, then, Rich. I know classic. I delivered a classic car, big old American car, when I was in America, from San Diego to LA to I don't know. Anyway, up the East Coast, West Coast. The cruise, it had cruise control. That was pretty cool. That I think doing about 115 miles an hour until I saw the sign saying this area is patrolled by aircraft. I don't. Yeah, I don't think you can get a cube into. They're not safe enough. For a cube. You mean that you're talking about the English car? Well, the cube. Well, it's maybe Europe. They can't go into Europe. They're not strong enough. My favorite food is sushi and sukiyaki. What's your favorite food when you go to America? Or when you come to Japan? Yeah, no, of course. Also in New Zealand. That's the right name, that, isn't it? Dandenong. Look at this card here. Is that peach or pink? Sober. Oh, nice. It's not very often you see cars that colour. Endeavour Hills. I don't know. California used to be okay. There are just so many good places all over the world. You can't really say. Kurt, no, I don't. No, yeah, no, I don't. No, I don't follow anybody really. I'm just interested in people sometimes on the internet. If they look interesting, I'll follow their videos. The one that I followed recently was like a, a like a 100-year-old couple. She was talking about she said, what, for breakfast I had 6 slices of toast with butter. Yeah, but I think that most popular channels are people that get overexcited and overact, and I can't do that. So KFC for Xmas, I haven't eaten it for a long time actually. I used to get a special on the 28th of the month, but I stopped doing that. It was just getting too greasy. Well, guys, I'm getting tired. Hour and a half, long time. Thanks for the contributions who contributed. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye. The Mexican turnip. Someone was asking a while ago about Mexicans. and one turns up on the channel. Welcome, Mexican 445. Hasta luego. Bye. See you later.